The story of Flamie is one of the saddest stories of the past years in CSGO. We all witnessed how legendary NAVI's star started to perform poorly, and every month tilted more and more until finally the inevitable happened. He got kicked. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe because you're watching CYBERSHOKE, and today we're going to tell you the story of Flamie wrapped up in just a few minutes. We don't know much about Flamie's childhood. He was born in July of 1997 in Moscow, lost both of his parents, and was raised by his grandmother and grandfather. At the age of 6, Igor started to go to gaming clubs regularly with his older brother, and mostly played Counter-Strike. That's how everything started. Flamie quickly realized that he was pretty good at this game and continued playing a lot. 7 years later, he already had a reputation in the Moscow semi-pro scene and was considered a very talented kid. About that time, he also made a decision to pursue his career in esports, since nothing else interested him as much as CS. At the moment of CSGO's release, Flamie already had lots of connections in the pro scene, so he easily got the invites to the best Moscow teams. In 2014, he even visited the Copenhagen Games with Overdrive, where he felt the atmosphere, played really good, and decided to build his own team. Later, with his future teammates, Flamie assembled a team that was instantly signed by an organization called USSR. Igor remembers that the team trained for just a couple of hours a day together, but despite this, they still managed to show good results. The best of them were first place in the 9th season of Pro Series and were a successful qualification to the major. At some moment, Flamie realized that he was feeling pretty tight in that roster, so he finally accepted Blade's offer to join that team. The first few days were especially hard. The guys had to adapt Igor to their playstyle and show him their strats because it was less than a week until a major qualifier. Luckily, their work paid off. That team defeated Mouse Sports and ESG and earned a spot in the most prestigious tournament of the year. But on that major, they couldn't win a single game. And moreover, in the next 6 months, they didn't achieve anything. Something just didn't work in the team. So when in 2015, Flamie and Adrian were invited to the HellRaisers, they went for it. The atmosphere in HellRaisers was great. The guys were friendly, they spent a lot of time together, and showed good results on pracs. But as for official games, they didn't succeed. On the Katowice Major, where HellRaisers took last place, Seized approached Flamie with an offer to join NAVI. And no matter how much Igor loved his team, it was simply impossible to refuse the offer. Flamie started to play for NAVI in March of 2015 and perfectly fit into the roster. In the next 3 years, they were in 3 major grand finals and won lots of Tier 1 tournaments, and Flamie himself entered the list of 15 best CSGO players twice. As for the last years in NAVI, it's a sad and painful story. In just a few days, we will release a new video where we'll talk specifically about how Flamie was kicked from NAVI, why it took them so long, and what all this was about in general. Be sure not to miss it.